All right, so what's going on, everybody? The Iceman here. I'm in Portland, Connecticut, and we're here for another video. And it's interesting because, first off, I want to point this out. Jeff Hardy suffered a broken leg in a bike accident. And it's sort of ironic, but the simple fact is Eddie Edwards has a broken foot. Obviously, the two top-faced tag teams in TNA at this point. Now, we're not going to see any repercussions from this probably for at least a month, and maybe by that time, Jeff Hardy will be able to compete in some capacity. So we don't even really know if this is going to affect the programming or whatnot, but it's just sort of ironic that the top two tag teams in TNA, have these kind of, issues where to the point where, one of the tag team partners get hurt. So unfortunate. But anyway, King in a Ring last night on the WWE Network. Aaron Neville in the finals against Bad News Barrett. And I will point out that Dolph Ziggler came out distracted. Sheamus, much like Sheamus did to Dolph Ziggler. But anyway, here are my thoughts, and here is my opinion on the whole thing. Okay. Number one, Barrett was vying for the Intercontinental title. Daniel Bryan obviously out with an injury, and we don't know how long he's going to be out for. That's the major thing here, and I don't see the WWE as of now stripping him of the title. I think they're going to, hold off as long as possible because they don't want to strip him 2 years in a row of two different belts. And of course, if they did, when he did come back, it would just make Daniel Bryan even that much more larger within the WWE. But with all this being said, with Barrett, not getting that IC title shot, and then we have Neville, here's where I think these two come together. We have Barrett winning the King in the Ring last night against Neville. This way, it gives something to Bad News Barrett, which, he had lost by not getting that IC title shot at Extreme Rules. With Neville, I think they had Neville go to the King of the Ring finals up against Bad News Barrett for two reasons. One, for Bad News Barrett to get his revenge at Extreme Rules on the pre-show where Neville had defeated Barrett. And number two, Neville is being brought into major situations here within the WWE because of the absence of Daniel Bryan. And Neville being the same kind of type wrestler, although probably obviously more aerodynamically involved in wrestling, that the WWE is saying, well, we don't know how long Daniel Bryan's going to be out. So Neville gets propelled into that position because there's no Daniel Bryan. And I think Neville would have been moved along just a little bit or a little tad slower. But with Daniel Bryan being gone, what better way to really showcase the talents of Neville and his defying of gravity than to do it now while Daniel Bryan is out. And this will make the WWE fans happy. A lot of people were thinking, and even I was one of them, that possibly that Neville could have won the King of the Ring. I think the WWE was smart by giving it to somebody like Barrett and not Neville. I think it would have been too soon for Neville. Why get him, into the major spotlight so quickly, only to see him falter going down the line, because putting him in the major limelight and him going after title shots, I didn't see him actually winning right away. So why propel him there just to back him off? Much like they have done with Roman Reigns recently. But all in all, yeah, I mean, Neville is replacing Daniel Bryan right now in our fans' eyes, and Bad News Barrett is getting something because he's being rewarded. I mean, the guy's class act, man. And the funny part about this King of the Ring match, they're both from England, which I thought was pretty cool. And Barrett got screwed out of a Intercontinental title shot. So, and they were pushing Bad News Barrett, and so why not give him the King of the Ring? Neville is going to get a lot more accolades or whatever you want to call it, somewhere down the road. I think Neville is going to be humongous here in the WWE, and I think fans just have to be patient. And I think the WWE has actually done a good job. They have really propelled him much more than they would of many other stars within the WWE. So, I'm really satisfied with what the WWE has been doing with Neville. And I have no complaints about the King of the Ring either. And, I thought it was fun to watch. I just thought it was like, out of nowhere that they decided to do the King of the Ring. I don't know where it came from. But anyway, they did it. It's done. It's over. And now tonight, we have NXT and we have Lucha Underground. So tonight is a double dose of wrestling. You get to take your pick, because they're both aired at the same time. But, as always here in the world of the World Wide Web, so-called, called as the internet, you can watch one and watch the other later. So those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions here on this day, April 29th, 2015. I'm out here in Portland, Connecticut, visiting my family. So we'll see what goes on, guys. Peace out, everybody. I want to give a shout out at this time to the diehard WWE addict, my buddy Jamie. Always got my back, and that's what it's all about here on YouTube, guys. So peace out. We'll see y'all later, and we'll see you at the matches, like Andre Corbill would say. See you next time.